specialist at Everpace. Today I will introduce you the installation and transfer of the Columbus 3D navigation system. Let's start with the introduction of the Columbus system. Columbus is portable 3D navigation system. Also EP recording module inside, so we can perform conventional cases with the Columbus system. System has 32 intracardiac leads, also 12 surface leads has, also CT, MRI registration and integration module inside, so we can get the CT image and merge with our geometry. As a technical characteristic, the Columbus system, magnetic and impedance-based system. This gives us opportunity to visualize sensor-enabled catheter and diagnostic catheter, like coronary sinus catheter and diagnostic catheter. The Smart Label module, Smart Label is auto ablation tagging module. So while we are giving the RF energy, system automatically add ablation tag and it change the color according to energy index or impedance draw. Contact force module, if we are using true force catheter, so we can visualize how many gram we are touching the tissue. And autopilot module, autopilot is automatically intracardiac signal collection module. While we are moving the catheter inside of the heart, system automatically collect point and shows us with the colors. System parts, patient interface unit, all the data from the patient comes to this box. Location processor unit responsible to location. Impedance box, impedance data from the patient connect to this box. Irrigation pump for sending saline to ablation catheter. RF generator delivering the RF energy to tissue. Workstation, our software inside, also printer, we can print geometry and intercardiac signal end of the case. Contents of the boxes, Columbus system consists of the 5 boxes. Operation card, instrument card, monitors and EPU, workstation and mapping units. Also we have 3 additional boxes, stimulator, irrigation pump and RF generator. So instrument and operation card boxes. Inside of these 2 boxes, we will see instrument and operation card. Instrument card for installing to main mapping unit on the card, and operation card for the technician. We are installing the workstation and printer on the operation card. Monitors and EPU. When we open this box, first we can see monitor holders. Under the monitor holders, we can see monitors and impedance box on the right. Workstation box. Inside of this box, we can see monitors, printers, keyboard, mouse, and user manuals. Mapping unit box. Inside of this box, we can see location processor unit, patient interface unit, field generator, and under the LPU, we can see our fiber optic cables. So installation of the system, here our engineer installing the system, he started connecting with the power cords, and now he is connecting the graphic cables to operation unit. System has a splitter, video splitter for transferring the video data to other unit, instrument card. With the fiber optic cables, we are connecting to instrument card screens. This is the fiber optic splitter for delivering data between location processor unit and workstation. Also communication between workstation and splitter. Now our engineer connecting to fiber optic cables to instrument card. And also system parts needs to communicate with each other. With these cables, we are easily connecting to location processor unit, patient interface unit, and impedance box to each other. This is the power cord. So we can use Columbus system with our stimulator and other EP recording system. This socket for connecting to other EP recording system to our software. And this one Navibox for connecting impedance patches and magnetic patches. Surface ECG cable connection, and this is the field generator we are installing under the patient table. So we are creating the magnetic field under the patient table and engineer connecting to cable of the field generator. So transfer of the system, Columbus system doesn't need any calibration. So we can cat lab to cat lab, center to center move our system. So if we want to move system cat lab to another cat lab, we can directly move. But if we want to move the system center to another center, we need to uninstall and put inside of the boxes and move with the van. We just need to be sure that the boxes inside of the car is fixed well and not moving. And as a summary, Columbus system has a small footprint. It fully meets the needs of the center for 3D cases and conventional cases. The installation takes around 20 minutes and 30 minutes. The installation takes around 15 minutes and 20 minutes. And as I mentioned before, system doesn't need any calibration. We can directly connect the power cord and start using. Thank you for listening to me.
Thank you very much. Are there any questions?
Thank you so much. So what I need to know, most of the China products, they're cheap, but durability. So how long will it last if we are to acquire such 3D mapping system in our center? How long should we say we need to acquire, replace a new one? Because in our African setting, you want to pay and work with the machine for 10 years, 20 years. Okay. And how much is it anyway?
So, as I mentioned before, system doesn't need any calibration and we can directly move center to another center. So this is the advantage. The another advantage is signal quality is very clear, and all the equipment like RF generator, irrigation pump, stimulator, all in one with the Columbus system. So position accuracy also less than 1 millimeter. So this means that very precise map we are creating. So I can mention about the system these details.
How many years can it last before it dies off and you have to buy a new one?
How long does it keep the machine without needing to throw it away and build another?
So each year we are upgrading to system.
She's talking about the parts itself, the sustainability of the
Do you have an answer to this?
Okay. How many years we can use the system? Yeah, I understand. So each year we are upgrading the system. So what can we do? Sometimes we need to upgrade to some parts. So that's time we need to upgrade the parts, but we are not selling completely. We need to change the system. So this is something different. But each year we are, if some new software is available, we are updating the system, and system is completely ready.
Gadgets? Green color. Green color is the microphone.
You can talk.
Yeah, it's working. No. Come down, Gadgets. Come use this microphone.
So the other thing is, can you use any other catheters, or do you have to specifically buy a catheter from the Columbus?
Alfie, tell her about your experience with different casters, different cables. If you have good experience with many EP machines, you will understand how to use this machine for any other caster. I want to tell you, we went to Tanzania and we found an EP machine, a Chinese one. It was not Columbus. And Alfie was with me, and I looked up the machine and I said, Everything was in Chinese. I told him, Alfie, don't look at the writing. Think about the colors. This machine reminds you of what? He said, Stuttgart. Look at the EP machine, that reminds you of what? Whatever. So if you have this knowledge, then go and deal with this machine. Alfie will tell you the compatibility of the ablator and the connections with other manufactured casters. Alfie.
Yeah, actually, Prof. Mervat, Dr. Jocelyn has asked a very important question, very, very important. And at the start, when we were dealing with the Columbus machine, we were afraid because we were very gently moving it, very gently disconnecting everything because it is like a Chinese machine. So we were very afraid. But years later, we found that it is actually a good machine. And when we transferred it like 500 and 600 kilometers in the cars, in the boxes, and we installed the machines, we didn't find that we need to calibrate anything. And we did this like the truth saying, we did this like hundreds of times. So this machine is being transferred between the EP centers in Egypt. Maybe now it is the third year now, and it could be transferred like twice a week. And the truth is nothing happened. According to the compatibility of the catheters, the ablator is like the old Stuttgart ablator. So it is compatible with the Abbott catheters, microport catheters, biosense catheters. And actually, I had an idea, and I told some centers in Egypt, okay, if you have like a Siemens EP recording system, it will be very nice that you buy the ablator of microport and the stimulator, because both of them are very handy. The stimulator, you can put it in like a pack bag, and the ablator, with his hand, you can just flip it and carry it. So it is a very handy tool to do EP in Africa or in the countries which they cannot afford to buy more than EP machine in more than one center. Thank you.
I want to answer your question, Jocelyn, regarding some EP machines that after you install and after 10 years, the company will say, okay, this is outdated, this is GE. And this happened with a pediatric hospital in Mansoura that they didn't have cases, and we did maybe 10, 20 cases in 10 years. After that, the machine needed something, and the GE came and said, okay, this is 10 years, you have to throw it. And they threw it. And that was shocking for me. I prevented GE, Bruca, from being installed in almost all Egypt after this action. Because it's not accepted that you buy a machine, after 10 years, you throw it away. So when you buy one, this is a very intelligent question. They have to guarantee to you that after 10 years, it is not going to be obsolete. Okay?
I think one of the issues that we have is with some of the other systems, you have to, every 2-3 years, as the technology improves, you have to buy a new module. You have to add a new model and a module, and that module sometimes is like almost as expensive as the initial outlay. And I wonder if with this system, are the incremental, let's call it new modules, are they're obviously going to be less in cost, but I think, do you think it'll be much cheaper in the long run, considering that?
By the way, thank you. I'm the Director of Marketing of Everpace in our region. So my name is Çağdaş. Thank you for this excellent question. I think this is a really big burden for the economies and the healthcare industry. So actually, I also worked in GE for 3 years as a country manager. So every product has a lifetime. So this is unavailable. And sometimes we have to develop new technologies, and we have to phase out the previous versions. This is how the industry works actually, not only us or others. But what as Everpace, what we do is, if the system doesn't need any hardware, each year we go to the site and we do the software upgrades without any charge. So this makes your systems always up to date in terms of the software. But if it's hardware is needed, so we also give this opportunity to our distributors. For example, we had an update. China, my colleagues go to Egypt and do the upgrades. So for example, we offered this, the graphic card needs to be changed. So we said, okay, you can get this graphic card from your domestic market and we can install it as well. So we do these things in order to lower the cost and operational cost. So of course I cannot say if we have a very new tool hardware, but we always try to keep our systems always up to date to compete with the other competitors in the market. Thank you for this question.